This content is based on telepathic communication between the ninth density collective of Ra and their conduit, Joe. Welcome to the Book of Anu. The Arcturians are renowned for their enormous motherships, as well as their small to medium-sized crafts. The most advanced of these are grown in an area of space referred to as mech, meaning fog in Arcturian. This region is conducive to this bio-industrial process due to its unique combination of stardust, gases, and plasma. These spacecraft are biological living beings. At the core of Arcturian shipbuilding lies the material Ubuntun, distinguished by its unique molecular structure not found naturally in Aeon. Ubuntun provides the ships with an outer shell that is incredibly strong. Even when the ship travels in deep space, subjected to cold and strong radiation, the inner layer of the material within the craft maintains a pleasant temperature and protects avatars against space weather. This remains true even when the Ubuntun layer is very thin. The inside of the ship lacks the metallic feel and can be likened more to wood. Ubuntun is a species initially bioengineered or seeded in Arcturian labs on the planet Era. It was born out of necessity. As a civilization, the Arcturians are highly peaceful and avoid any type of conflict. However, to live in peace in Aeon, a civilization needs to be powerful in ways other than militarily. The Arcturians have developed some of the best spaceships available and invested in energy protection shields that are virtually impenetrable. This proves that if you desire peace in this universe, you need to invest in defense. One thing is for sure. Wars do not end as civilizations ascend to the fifth density. Polarity still exists, but the significant difference is that the service to self and service to others' collectives are separated and live on different planets. The chaos you see on Earth today is no longer a reality. However, wars themselves do not end, and it is important to point this out since many humans think of ascension as entering some form of heaven with religious connotations. This is mere fantasy or wishful thinking. Ubuntun is cultivated in large factories floating in space within the mech area. Ubuntun cells are highly dynamic, possessing different qualities depending on external stimuli. When combined, these cells can sometimes resemble metal, other times a rubber band with surprising viscosity, and when in contact with biological and sentient avatars, the material feels soft and warm like wood. Despite being alive, Ubuntun does not require an atmosphere to survive, instead relying on nutrition found in the plasma abundant throughout the cosmos. A single Ubuntun cell can sustain life independently, yet when combined with others, it functions as a cohesive living organism. Communication occurs through the cell membrane, with certain parts of the ship specializing and behaving differently, resembling a biological body with various specialized parts. Ubuntun is a highly intelligent 7th density organism. When it reaches a certain size, the organism is blessed with a soul connection. This means that a soul fragment automatically attaches to the material, just like a soul fragment connects to any other avatar or being. This is why Arcturian ships are considered highly sentient beings and are capable of autonomous travel and operation without Arcturians on board. While Ubuntun ships have on rare occasions been destroyed, living Ubuntun organisms rarely die or disintegrate. They also do not reproduce naturally, and cell multiplication occurs only under specific conditions. This complexity underscores the intricate process of growing these spacecraft, which the Arcturians manage in vast shipyards located in the mech area. Ubuntun is among the most agile and robust materials known for space use. It can store information like a computer and communicate telepathically with the crew, resembling a sentient being. Its remarkable ability to heal itself when damaged makes these ships highly valued. Ubuntun thrives with just one essential element: unconditional love. This unique requirement prevents its replication by negatively polarized entities. In such environments, Ubuntun cells deactivate and self-destruct. Ubuntun cultivation showcases the advanced space technology of the Arcturian civilization. Ubuntun crafts are gifted to positively polarized collectives in the semi-physical realms. In exchange, these collectives contribute essential raw materials crucial for production, and build and maintain Arcturian university compounds within their planetary spheres, as well as certain installations and infrastructure for the Ramakesh peacekeeping force. This exchange fosters harmonious collaboration that benefits all parties involved. Ubuntun Orbs are utilized by both the Arcturians and the Ramakesh for various purposes across the universe, serving scientific research and surveillance needs. They vary in size, ranging from 10 meters in diameter to the size of a tennis ball. These orbs also appear differently based on their specific purpose, the density they travel in, and the planetary conditions they face. For example, an orb used for collecting biomaterial, like seeds, may appear as a metallic sphere, while a surveillance orb can be completely invisible or cloaked to evade detection. When threatened, Ubuntun orbs defend themselves by emitting energy impulses that can deactivate lower density machinery and technology. These defense capabilities may also temporarily disrupt the consciousness of biological entities nearby. Ubuntun orbs commonly manifest as light spheres capable of penetrating matter, hovering in the air without emitting noise or exhausts. These orbs scan the environment, the energy frequencies of individuals, their thoughts and soul imprint. They serve as a means to monitor the consciousness level or frequency of beings, collectives, geographical areas, or planets. Ubuntun, along with its many sub-variants, plays a crucial role in the Arcturian mission, and also their space arks are grown from Ubuntun. There are 3 Arcturian arks on Earth, known as Ximen 1, 2, and 3, strategically located on the planet. Originally brought to Earth as lifeboats for the Lemurian civilization, one ark is buried in the Xirana region of modern-day Java, Indonesia, as mentioned in the previous chapter. The locations of the other 2 arks are connected to Arcturian undersea research bases in the Pacific Ocean. As the oceans are considered realms for higher density beings, including inner Earth civilizations, ETs, and higher density animals such as whales and dolphins. From our 9th density perspective, the vast oceans have been higher density areas for as long as the Arcturians have been present on the planet. This is because the oceans harbor species that have had more time to evolve. Moreover, water as a substance is directly connected with the universal consciousness, and cosmic code are stored within it. It takes time for the higher properties of water to permeate into forests and beings on land. Simply put, the negativity of humanity has a direct impact on land-dwelling beings, but has not significantly affected the vast oceans. While pollutants have spread throughout the oceans, the destructive emotion of fear that keeps humanity stuck in lower frequencies has not permeated the oceans. Today, some areas of the oceans are already in the 5th density, whereas most land areas populated by humans remain firmly in the 3rd density. The larger the human populations in an area, the lower the overall consciousness tends to be. All of this will naturally change as Gaia shifts her focus to the 5th realm. In certain areas of the oceans, this shift has already occurred. The deeper you go, the higher the frequency. Nature is significantly ahead of the human population in awakening to higher consciousness. There are 2 primary purposes of the Arcturian space arks. The first and most important is to continuously gather DNA of plants and animals, storing this information inside the arks, which function as biolibraries and domes. Ubuntun Orbs manage the arks and oversee DNA collection. The second purpose is to serve as lifeboats during times of natural disasters or cataclysms that threaten partial or complete planetary destruction. The Arcturian space arks focus on safeguarding Arcturian students and are strategically located near Arcturian universities. For more details about the interior of the arks, please watch the video linked on screen now. These space arks are autonomous vehicles capable of functioning independently without the assistance of Arcturians. However, there are always crew members incarnated in human form who, when activated or awakened to their mission, will journey to the arks. This involves an ark consciousness that can be transferred from one avatar to another, in addition to the individual's soul fragment. All of this is part of pre-birth plans, and there are standby Arcturian starseeds ready to replace a crew member if needed. The Ark consciousness transfers to a new avatar immediately upon the primary host's death. Since crew members need to be mature individuals capable of independent action, the Ark consciousness typically enters a body around the age of puberty. Previously, crew members lived in close proximity to their respective arks. For example, Indonesians were connected to Ximan 1, and the other two arks had crews from two island nations located closest to them. However, today the crews are more international, allowing the arks to be directly connected to the global human mass consciousness, rather than relying solely on Ubuntun orb monitoring. After all, apart from natural disasters, the main threat to humanity is humanity itself. Until next video, please remember that New Earth is created by you, only you. This is your starseed mission, and so it begins.